Viewers, these are breaking developments coming in from Turkey. The Turkish media says that Russia and Ukraine's talks in Istanbul have ended after about 3 hours. The Russian delegation leader at the talks with the Ukraine, Vladimir Medinsky, said that Russia would issue a statement on the talks soon. In a video, Medinsky also said that Russia protested to the Ukrainian delegation about the treatment of the Russian prisoners, and Ukraine said they would look into it and take action. Earlier, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan called for a ceasefire as the Russians and Ukrainian delegations resumed their talks in Istanbul. These are the breaking developments coming in after 3 hours. The talks, the 6th round of talks between the Russian and Ukrainian negotiators have come to an end. The latest that we are hearing is that the Russian side will issue a detailed statement on what transpired at the talks. They have taken up their contentions with the Ukrainian side. That is, Vladimir Medinsky has made it known that Russia has not appreciated the treatment that some of its people have received at the hands of Ukraine over the last 8 years. Viewers, this also comes at a time when the Russian Defense Ministry has once again reiterated that it sees the first phase of its military operation in Donbass to have concluded, and it is now going to focus on the Donbass region. Let's now listen into what Vladimir Medinsky had to say.
Продолжаются консультации с украинской стороной. Сегодня с 9:30. Я надеюсь, что через несколько часов мы выступим с некоторым заявлением по его итогам. Пока могу сказать, что мы заявили протест в отношении появившихся видеозаписей с издевательствами российскими военнослужащими. Этот протест украинской стороной принят. Они пообещали принять самые жесткие меры, если первыми их поймают, те, кто допускал эти военные преступления. Если поймают наших, нас услышат. Хотел бы заявить.
So that was Vladimir Medinsky, the head of the Russian delegation there at the talks with Ukraine in Turkey's Istanbul. The talks have concluded after 3 hours, and we are hearing that the Russian side, like Medinsky said, has taken up some of its contentions with Ukraine over the treatment that its prisoners of war have received over the last 8 years. And this also comes at a time when Russia is stating that its first phase of military operation has concluded, and now it will focus on the Donbass region. Hectic negotiations in place, and we are hoping that some kind of outcome could result from this. Some kind of de-escalation could perhaps be discussed. Just a short while earlier, we also heard how Vladimir Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, has also been speaking along the same lines that they may be ready to discuss the issues and the talking points of Russia. We are also now going to be joined by a guest on the program. Commodore G.J. Singh, I believe, is with us right now. Commodore G.J. Singh, if you can hear us, 3 hours of talks. This is the 6th round. Russia says that it is moving its strategy to the Donbass region. What do you make of all this? And do you think that there could be some kind of thaw? Could we perhaps have some de-escalation? Commodore G.J. Singh.
No, I don't think there will be any de-escalation. Can you tell, there's an echo coming, please tell them to correct it.
We'll just take a look at that. Continue, please, Commodore G.J. Singh.
So I just want to tell you that this is something which I don't agree to. There will not be any positive development because both sides have taken very hard positions. President Zelensky has very clearly made out that Russian troops will have to withdraw from Ukraine. They will fight to the teeth and offer resistance to Russian troops, which they are doing remarkably well. But at the same time, it seems that now whatever is coming from the statement of the head of this delegation, Russian delegations, that they have raised this issue of POWs, that they are not treating them well. And that issue coming up after 8 years. I'm surprised that they have now come up with this new excuse. Otherwise, if you look at the war overall, Russia has violated all kinds of violations, whether they're Geneva, international law. They have totally ignored. They have been bombing continuously with missile attacks, with aerial attacks, all populated areas of the Ukraine. The cities have been destroyed one after the other, regardless of any, discrimination between the military installations or the defense establishments or the civilian areas. They have been totally, violating all the international law when it comes to fair warfare. Therefore, I think this is a new strategy of Russians now to develop a kind of atmosphere where they can carry out some of these nuke strikes on Ukraine cities by quoting these kinds of examples. Because if you look at the war, the Russian troops have
Commodore G.J.
been
Singh,
defeated.
I understand
or-
what you're saying. He is of the view right now that perhaps reading between the lines, there is no de-escalation yet. But I request Commodore G.J. Singh, stay with us. Let's just listen in once more to what the lead Russian negotiator, Vladimir Medinsky, had to say after 3 hours of talks in Turkey.